Colonels win it in overtime, 86-80. Devontae Blanton is our player of the game. Back-to-back points, assist, rebounds, or double-doubles, and you now have a total of 18 double-doubles in your career. But you've had to take on a new role with the injury to George Kimball, and it looks like you're thriving. I've totaled it up. The last 4 games, you've had 36 assists.
Wow, that's crazy. But, yeah, I just got to step up, next man up. Losing G was big for us, but we just got to keep going, keep pushing, keep finding ways to win.
I thought that shot at the end of regulation, you guys had never been ahead since you opened the game with a field goal 2-0 and 4-2. Only been ahead for well under 2 minutes. I thought it was going down.
I did too, man. I live for moments like those. Next one's going down for sure.
So you don't get over the hump after making a great comeback, but then in the overtime you start with the first 5. I thought that was huge.
Yeah, it definitely was. We always big on bending but not breaking, and killing them the last 10, breaking them the last 10, and I think that's what we did. I feel like our conditioning that last overtime was a huge testament to who we are as a team, and it showed.
You played 44 minutes, 25 seconds. I remember the CBI, you couldn't go the championship game. You were so gassed. Didn't you play one game? We've had a couple of double overtimes longer than today.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
You don't look too tired. I'd be on life support right now.
5 years and Coach A-Dub. What's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, playing under Coach A-Dub for 5 years, it definitely gets you in shape.
Before I let Doug ask a couple of questions, I heard what Coach said about you, about coming back. In today's times, it's portal hopping, and it's getting worse. Talk to me about why you made that decision, and if you were going to advise somebody else about grass, maybe money, it's not always greener on the other side.
It's just I'm just big on loyalty. My whole life, I never switched from teams to teams. I always stick to who gave me a chance and who showed love for me from the beginning. And as far as going from team to team, it's about building a legacy. 10 years down the road, you're not going to be able to go say, oh, I went here. It's not going to be a family. I know 10 years down the road, I'll be like, I went here. I can show my kids I went here. I can tell them all the people I met, and it's bigger than basketball to me.
Yeah, that's refreshing, Tay. Senior night, going to have a lot of family here?
I hope so. Yes, sir.
Doug?
Well, George goes out, and Coach Hamilton tells you got the ball in your hands now. So how have you adapted, and how comfortable have you felt? Because I know this is not just an overnight thing. I mean, he's worked with you in this position since last fall. I mean, you've been accepting the point guard duties at different times with different lineups out there. So how comfortable are you with that right now, and what kinds of reads have you learned to make as you've come off screens and had that ball in your hands so much?
Honestly, I've been playing lead guard pretty much my whole life since I was like a little kid. So as far as hopping into the point guard position, it wasn't too much uncomfortable for me. But as far as reads go, I feel like I learned a lot from my junior year. Me being like a leader scorer, always looking to shoot first. I had a lot of turnovers because people used to rake, and I used to keep the ball in my hands. But Coach kept harping on me over the years, just making the right play at the right time. And now, as I'm 5th year, I see it in the game just in slow-mo for me. If you help, I'm passing the ball every single time, and I don't got to think twice about it.
Got some shooters out there, too. That's a big key. Those guys can drop it and knock it down.
Yes, sir. That always helps.
What are you going to do tonight? Sleep a little bit?
A lot of it.
A lot of it. It's 6 games in 14 days, so we're going to turn around and play on Tuesday, and then you got to go to Bellarmine on Thursday, and the team's leaving Saturday for 2 games early next week. So you hear this all the time. I'm sure Kyle, the trainer, say, hydrate, recover. I know you guys are big on recovery.
Yes, sir. Recovery starts right now.
All right. Congratulations. Proud of you, man.
Thank you.